Alright, what's going on, you guys? We're starting a new video. Alright, we're gonna be doing a tattoo on the hand. We're gonna be doing a Sacred Heart, and then we're possibly gonna be adding a dove on the other side over here. It's gonna be really dope. Every time it's a hand piece, like, that shit is just like, my whole day is, I'm stoked. I'm ready to go. We're gonna see how it goes. We're gonna stencil it out first. I gotta find some cool images and put them together. And then we gotta find a dove that works too. I already did a Jesus right here on him. And then we got another cool piece right here that I did. You guys can check it out. We're about to go get coffee right now. I need it. My eyes feel a little hazy. I don't know, man. I think I'm addicted.
I think I'm addicted.
Oh. Here, let's show them what we already started on you. Still gotta do like where was it?
Here.
Oh yeah, we gotta attach this right here a little bit. Got Jesus right there. And then we're gonna do like a dove right here possibly. I think a dove will work right there. And then, so we're gonna do Sacred Heart right here. So I'm thinking, you know, like the Sacred Heart. I was thinking to put like on the top, you know, where the smoke comes out, kind of coming through like this way a little bit. And then like behind the dove. Coming out of that. Yeah. And then maybe like some clouds this way. Okay. And then with like the rays coming in.
Sounds good.
I think that'll be dope. You know what I found out? That apparently there's two different types of Sacred Hearts. There's one with the thorns. And then there's one with the roses.
Yeah.
So the thorn one is the Jesus one. And the rose one is the Mother Mary one. If I'm wrong, let me know in the comments.
The one with the swords in it.
No, I think so. There's a 7 swords one, and I think it's the heart for the 7 sorrows. All right, you guys. So right there, you can see I was designing the Sacred Heart on the hand. I like to have like a reference of the heart, and then I'll go in and draw my own thorns and my own beads coming through. Right here, it's kind of hard to place a stencil on the hand, so I used a paper towel, and it helps wrap it a little more. It makes it go with the body. Try it out, let me know what you think. It works though. And then I drew in the smoke on which way I wanted it to go. Right here, my ink system, I know it looks filled, but the first ink is full black. The second one is half black. The third one is 25%. The fourth one is just the bottom cap is filled with black. And then the fifth one, bottom half cap is filled with black. And then the last cap is just one drop. I use dynamic black. I've been using it for years. I've been tattooing for like 7.5, 8 years. No, I've been tattooing for like 7 years. And I've used it almost my whole career. So we're starting off right here. I'm using, for mainly this whole tattoo, if I was outlining, it was with a 3-liner from Cheyenne. And hand pieces, they do tend to like this had a lot of detail, so it would get swollen kind of, it just gets swollen. It's a hand, you know what I'm saying? So what I tried to do is kind of minimize the swelling, but at the end of the session, it's gonna be swollen anyways. But I tried to really get in there, get my shapes, and then go up and then work with the smoke, which you guys will see. And then I go back in and then shade some other parts. Using 3-liner, and I was using my my half black for this part. And then right here, I'm doing the little pearls, the little beads. And we tried I drew it 2 different ways on how I wanted it to look shining. And this was the way that I liked. You can see up top, I kind of drew everything out. Right here, we're doing like the blood drop. Did like the cut right there, drew in the cut, then did the blood drop. This was a fun piece, man. Hand tattoos, especially this on his hand. Like when he said Sacred Heart on the hand, I was like, yes, let's go. And I'm still using a 3-liner right here too. And then you can see now I'm doing some of the detail in the thorns. You know what? I think I switched it up wrong. I think I did the quick details first, and then I went and shaded the smoke. Yeah. This was definitely a piece like gotta take your time. It had a lot of small details, so I definitely tried to take my time. And it's on the hand, like regardless of where the tattoo is, you know, like you always want to make sure you take your time. But hand tattoos, like it's right there, boom. Making sure I do the 3-point stretch. 3-point stretch is when you have, so the tattoo's right here. You stretch with this one. That's 2, 1, 2, and you get your palm, and then you stretch again. So that's the 3-point stretch, and then you tattoo. It helps with the ink going in. It helps with your shading. It helps with all that kind of stuff. The hand is already fairly stretched out anyways with that kind of skin. I'm going back in and sharpening up some things that I wanted to. Already finished outlining the bead. At this part, I finished outlining most of it. And like I said, I just wanted to get in, do my quick little details, and then start up top because I knew I had to go back anyways. This is the way that I approached it, at least. I know some people, they just go from bottom going up and just like a printer, like tattoo, keep tattooing like this, and then go all the way up. But with this one, I just felt like that's just how I wanted to do it. Like, then did the cross. We actually had to move the cross a couple times because it was messing with my eyes a little bit. Like, nah, let's move it a little bit more. And then we finally got it right. And come to find out, it was right on the bone. I know he didn't like me for that, but it looks cool right there. And I bet you it hurt. But, well, actually, it does. The bone right here, it does hurt. Well, for me at least. Just outlining it with solid black. And then I went back in and put some white in it too. You'll see what I'm talking about. This was a fun piece to do, man. And then so spoiler alert, we didn't do the dove. We decided to put the drapery kind of going down a little more because it didn't fit enough for the dove, and I didn't want to make it look like we were squishing a dove in there. So I kind of stepped back and looked at it, and it's like sometimes with your pieces, sometimes you can extend certain things if you already have an existing piece. And I looked at the Jesus and like, what could I like bring into the piece a little bit, and it was the clothing. So I just shaded it a little bit, and it worked out good. This is just, you know, doing the cross, solid black, going slow. 3-point stretch. And you can see I'm gonna start doing the smoke now. Usually with smoke, how I like to approach it, I learned this from one of my buddies, Lo. He said that like when you do smoke, so you know some people go like this and kind of like a S kind of thing. He said, which it works too. I've seen some people do some dope smoke. The way I like to approach my smoke, I do C's. And what I mean by a C, I mean like the letter C like this, right? So I do forward C and then backwards. So it has like a cut like this, and then another cut, and then another cut, instead of like that. Just cause and then I start messing with it, and then I really start going crazy and doing like a C that would be like, go like this, and then like a C, a little S, and then a C, and then a little bit, and then I want to give you a heads up so you can see what it looks like. Cause I tried to go crazy with the smoke, honestly. Like I was like, I haven't done a Sacred Heart like this with this kind of smoke, so I just wanted to make it hella detailed and you know, have fun. And that's what I did. I did a bunch of like extra little lines coming off of them. Like if I did a C like this and another one, I brought another one even off of that one, which is this right here. I brought like even an extra one. Cause I like to have fun with my pieces. I like to just, I don't know, have a good time. Right here, I'm actually shading right here with a 3 liner. And this is about the wrist area right there. And I'm just taking my time, like kind of sketching a little bit. I tend to do that a lot. Like I'll kind of sketch, but it's not like an actual like sketch. Like I'm like going like this, like slow, like. And I wanted to fill this gap too, and I was like, the perfect thing to fill it is like bringing a little bit of smoke over there, and then shading off of it to where it fills in that little gap. That piece we did in the inner arm, man, that was a lot of detail. That thing took like three sessions. It was basically 2.5 sessions to do that inner arm. That thing was crazy. So if you guys look kind of closely, you guys can kind of see what I'm talking about with the C's. Like some vary, some are big, some are like kind of tiny. You know what I'm saying? If you look at my grip too, I like to make my grip kind of thick. I noticed that it feels better like after a long week of tattooing. If my grip is thick, like it's less stress on my bones and my hand joints and stuff. Back in the day, I used to have no type of bungee wrap around it, and like I would be tattooing like this versus like this, and tattooing like this, it just kind of really, it tightens up your whole arm and your whole hand and stuff. Right here, I'm just using a 3 liner. This was about like this is about like a bottom half cap filled. And then now really seeing it, you can see like the detail that I put in the crown of thorns, and I really like how this smoke came out. It was fun. It was a fun piece to do. I tried to get it like going through the cross a little bit too. Yeah, it was fun to draw onto, cause you know, sometimes when you draw on something and you're like, all right, check it out, and then they see like marker, they're like, okay, but then when you start to tattoo it, it looks way different than the marker, obviously. Then, you know, it's like, you know, like yes, it looks cool. Right there, I was just using like a 9 mag and then just kind of doing some extra details. Right here, we just did a little bit more of the smoke on the top of it, just so we fill in that spot, because like this is gonna eventually be a full sleeve. And when we were talking about the dove, you can see some of the outline of the dove right there, that it wasn't enough, but when I told him about it and I was like, look, it's not enough right here to put a dove, but we can eventually add it somewhere else, but kind of emphasize it. That way we're not just trying to squish something in his piece. Because I really like how his sleeve is coming together, and I can't wait to just finish the whole thing and like, you know, full hand tap from all the way up. Like, that's awesome. That's crazy seeing it in slow motion, and it's like the skin is like oh shit. Yeah. Right here, another 3-point stretch. You know, the fingers, stretch it with your palm. See what I was talking about? So like now at this part, we finished like basically all the smoke. So I went back down, figured everything was kind of calmed up on the hand. So I went back down and then started like applying some extra shading before we got into the race. Now we're doing the blood drop. Usually with blood drops, I do like solid black outline, and then like where the blood kind of tip is, I do like a solid black and then shade off of it. And then when I go back in with the white, just do like a little white outline with a little dot. And then this right here, this part was funny because he kept calling it the bonus, and what that means is the tattoo was hurting him by this point, and you know, this is the main piece was the Sacred Heart with the smoke, but he said it was the bonus because I put some extra smoke right here, you know, because I want to make sure when I do a piece, I try to do a lot of the piece, try to fill a lot of the skin, and the bonus was this part. And every time I got there, he was just like, oh great, here's the bonus part. Like it was funny, but like when I tattooed it and the way it looked, like I just felt like it needed that extra little smoke right there. Even though you can't see it in the photo, you know, it's never for the photo, it's never for Instagram, it's for the person. So like I knew like if I was to put like some smoke right there, it would look good for him when he walks around. It's not for the photo or whatever. Like you don't want to. Honestly, there's times you don't want to get too caught up in doing a tattoo for the photo and like, oh, it's gonna look cool if I do this for the photo. You know, like do it because you want to do a cool tattoo on someone. Right here, we're doing black rays with some shading on it, and we're getting to the bonus round. Right, and then honestly, for all this shading, I used like this part right here was a 15 curve mag, but most of it was like a 9 curve mag. I feel like that part kind of would hurt right there too. I get what he was saying. I'm actually supposed to be getting my hand tattooed in like 3 months, and I'm kind of nervous because the way he was talking about it, it got me kind of scared. So I'm using a Da Vinci curve mag right there. Oh, you know what? During this time, it was the NFL draft. It was It was day 2 of the NFL draft. I'm a Raider fan. I'm a big Raider fan. If you watch football, shout out your team in the comments below. I want to know what's your favorite team, or even if you got a favorite player, let me know. Let me know in the comments. Me and him, we're both Raider fans, and day 2, it was a cool day 2. So right here, I'm just shading some of the. We went back up top to where the Jesus is and the robe. What do you call that? Like a robe or cloak? Cloak. One of those. Shaded off of it. Kind of tried to fill in the area. What was that? Your stomach? Sounded like Yeti. Wait, is Yeti over there? Or is it Chica? Is Chica crying? So this is what I was talking about. I'm trying to fill in the gaps a little bit. And that's where we were gonna put the dove. We didn't end up putting it there, so I decided to go back into the top piece and then shade into it with like an element of that piece to make it look like a full sleeve. And the only thing I could think of was bringing in the cloak, bringing in that extra. It was like he's standing like this. So this is what he had. I just shaded a little more. Man, I really like how this handpiece turned out. Right here, we're just doing like this is about a medium tone. So I would say like a half black kind of tone, and we're just shading down into it. And this is like the end of the session. We're about to start the white. And then for the white, what I use Star Bright White, and in this piece I did a 5 liner for the white. See, this is a good way to show that, like, sometimes I had him, like, the armrest was right there, and I just had his arm up like this, and I was tattooing like that, because that was like the best way to get that spot. So now we're starting the white. This is a 5 liner. I did a little bit of, like, a little dot and a little outline for every pearl right there. And that thing, it just made it shine. It made it look a little shiny. And then now I do like a little bit of white outline on the thorns. I did for this piece try to make sure like all the highlights came from the same spot. And I noticed that with this one, a lot of the highlights came from, so this is the hand, came from like this way. So I put the pearls that way, and then I put like the thorns that way too. By this time, his hand was pretty swollen. Let's see if we can see it in this video. Let's see. Yeah, you can see it's a little mitten. So you can see that little extra smoke that I put in there. That was fun to do too, the bonus. Boom. All right, you guys. So that was me tattooing a handpiece. Rigo, if you're watching this, shout out to you, man. You took it like a champ. I know it's swollen. It might still be swollen. I don't know. But thank you for coming through. And thank you guys for watching the video. I really do appreciate it. And if you could please like, comment, and subscribe. It helps me out a bunch, and I really appreciate it. Thank you guys. All right. Until the next time. Until next time. Peace.